I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me figure out. Let me get myself. There we go. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Okay, I'm trying to get in this shot right here. Okay. All right. There we are. What's good, everybody? Sorry about being late. Had a couple things come up, man, and it kind of put me behind a little bit. So my apologies for being late, but we are here in the building. Salute to E. Gibson. Allah Wise is in the building, was in the building. Andios was good. Danny Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Salute, everybody. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, y'all. So I'm here. Got a thing or two, man, to talk to everybody about. Probably gonna hang out for a little while. Little afternoon vibe, little afternoon vibe coming through. Probably talk that talk about the Knicks and some prospects. One of them I'd like to talk about, and I know it's not the best picture of Bub, but I want to introduce you guys to what I think addresses a need. Miguel P in the building. Salute. Coach, what's good, man? Good to see you. Justo11 is in the building. Salute, my guy. Salute, salute. One of the biggest, one of the things I heard during the offseason, one of the things that won't go away, so to speak, is that the Knicks need a playmaker off the bench, a cheap one. And Coach, I appreciate that, man. I was waiting on this too, man. I had some things come up, man. I dropped the ball. I didn't know. I can't. You know how you try to make your schedule right, like try to, and still, no matter how you do your schedule, bro, no matter how you do it, things are just schedules are schedules, man. Schedules are schedules, man. You can try to keep it as airtight as you want, and sometimes it don't matter. I'm not complaining though. I'm not complaining, right? Um, one of the things that Knicks fans constantly tell me, why am I sitting off from the camera? No. Okay. One of the things people constantly tell me is that the Knicks need a guard off the bench with size that can dribble and play make a little bit, maybe shoot a little bit. Somebody that can keep the party going while Jalen Brunson is on the bench. And then when I ask, our fellow Knicks fans, well, what guy is that? Is it a veteran? The obvious option is DeJounte Murray. Knicks fans love DeJounte Murray. Shoot, I love DeJounte Murray. Right? I love DeJounte Murray. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right? But the likelihood of the Knicks pulling off a trade for DeJounte Murray and bringing him in without disrupting the rotation in a sense is kind of if you trade for DeJounte Murray, there'll be wholesale changes somewhere. Right? Not saying that you're going to trade a whole bunch of guys you're not going to trade Dante, you're not going to trade Josh, you're not going to trade Randall, you're not going to trade, insert player here. But the need is still there, according to Knicks fans. According to me, I'm in that group. I am in that group that feel like the Knicks need a guy off the bench that can add without disrupting. And when I say disrupting, I don't mean be a distraction. I mean add to a squad that feels like they're only a player or two away. Hotline Bling is in the building. Salute. 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 Taj was talking greasy today, huh? That's how dudes get, bro. Dudes get greasy on them. Dudes start talking greasy on the podcast, man. They talk greasier than we do at times. I saw Gilbert Arenas talking about the big three was supposed to come to New York and the Knicks dropped the ball. Right, Gilbert. Right. Now I feel you, Gilbert Arenas. But on the point of team need, I think that the Knicks fans say the biggest team need, right? If you run it back, the biggest team need is a 6'5", 6'6" playmaking guard that can get the most out of the second unit. I think that's what most Knicks fans think we need. Is that what you guys think? Is that what you guys think? Do you think the Knicks need a Shake Milton type of bench guard? Do you think the Knicks need a Alec Burks type bench guard? Just Knicks is in the building. If you think the Knicks need a 6'5", 6'6" playmaking guard, well, introducing Bub Carrington. If that's what you need, if you think that's what the Knicks need, right? A 6'5", 6'6" point guard / guy to hold it down on the bench. Well, introducing Bub Carrington. The reason why I'm introducing Bub Carrington here is because I think as far as the conversations go, I think we think in order to get that guy, we have to trade away assets and pay a large salary. What I'm going to say is we can take Bub Carrington at 25. And for the next 4 years, we'll pay Bub Carrington about $3 million a year, somewhere in that range. And what Bub Carrington provides is, I think his biggest thing that he provides is leadership for a guy that won't be 19 until the season starts. And that's rare in a guy his age. So his birthday is July 21st. The last listing I saw Bub Carrington, and I don't know if this is accurate, everybody. The last listing I saw for Bub Carrington is that he's 6'5.5" without shoes and has a 6'9" wingspan. What I see when I see a Bub Carrington is a old school big city point guard. Right? Like an old school big city point guard, right? Like one that's not going to turn the ball over, one that's not going to back down from players, whether the opposing team or his own, one that's going to provide leadership. He reminds me a little bit, and he doesn't have the handles of this guy, but he gives me the old school vibes of a Ed Cota. And I know a lot of you guys don't even know who Ed Cota is. As soon as I said Ed Cota, people are like, who? He gives me Jameer Nelson vibes. Not that he's short and stocky, but that he's a mentally tough leader. He gives me Andre Miller vibes. That's me, right? That's what he get. That's That's the vibe that he gives me, but don't just take my word for it. I'm going to read something of NBADraft.net. If I can get to it. I'm going to read something off NBADraft.net. Just Nick says, what's Just Nick says, yeah, man, what you talking about, man? You talking about dudes from the 90s, man? Come on, man. Yeah, man. I understand I have to rewind it back sometimes, man. I have to dial it back sometimes. But instead of just you guys taking my word for it, I'm gonna share some things. So NBADraft.net says combo guard with ideal size and physical attributes. Very unselfish team player. Looks to get others involved first, playing as a lead guard. Excellent passer and playmaker with good feel for running the point guard position. Shows an advanced feel for the game for an 18-year-old. Plays with a lot of composure and maturity. Floor general with high-level vision and anticipation. His size allows him to see over opposing guards to find cutters and teammates. Tremendous size as a lead guard at 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. His length is a great asset both defensively and scoring. Precocious freshman who was barely on the radar as a top 100 incoming freshman. Excellent scorer with great form on his shot. Shows a very good pull-up jumper with a clean, concise release and good form. Smooth operator. Here's the thing that I like. Not that we need it, but just in case. Here's the thing that I like, but just in case. Excels at isolation creating off the dribble with a polished and consistent pull-up jumper. Creates space for his jump shot using a step-back move, a willing screener. Shows range to knock down three-point shots when left open. Improved as the season went along the defensive end. Does a good job of staying in front of opposing guards, limiting the ability to get by him off the dribble. Played some lead guard in high school, developed a good feel for running the show. One of the youngest prospects available, turning 19 July 1st. Is that absolutely not what we were looking for? Is that absolutely not what we've been looking for? Not gonna lie, it sounds like a gift. Bub Carrington. What he sounds like to me is Mark Jackson. That's what he sounds like to me. Mark Jackson. Y'all remember? Anybody remember Mark Jackson? That's what he sounds like to me. Bub Carrington reminds me of a Mark Jackson type point guard, inner city point guard, knows how to distribute the basketball, great vision, good feel for the game, understands time and score, great size, 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, crafty, get his own shot, thinks distribute first, shoot last. Thinks distribute first, shoot last. And for those that see the frame of 195 pounds, hey man, 6'6", 6'5", 6'6", 195. I think that's ideal for today's for today's NBA type point guard. So I want to introduce to Knicks universe the Bub Carrington conversation. Right? I know we introduce a lot of people. I know you guys watch a lot of shows and everything, and there are a lot of opinions in a lot of different areas. And so I want to contribute to that conversation by mentioning Bub Carrington. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Here's the reason why Bub Carrington fits our timeline. Here's the reason why Bub Carrington fits the Jalen Brunson timeline. The reason why he fits is because he provides something naturally and instinctually that the Knicks need right now, but the Knicks wouldn't be in a rush to develop him or play him or any of that stuff. Basically, he can develop and contribute at the same time in small doses. Will you need to rush him onto the floor? I would say he'd be situational in the first part of the season. I'd say Bub Carrington is situational in the first part of the season. Can he do other things? Can he help the Knicks? Can he contribute? Can he be the fifth guard? Yes. Bub Carrington would probably be the fifth guard out of the box, right? Bub Carrington would probably be behind Brunson, Dante, Deuce, and Alec Burks. For a little while. Now, how long will it take Bub Carrington to be ready for a major role? Well, I guess that depends on what that major role is and how soon the Knicks need it. I would expect to see Bub Carrington play in about 65 games, and not due to injury either, not because of injury and all of that stuff. But I'd expect him to play in about 65 games, initially in limited minutes, and then work his way up the depth chart, right? Definitely see him in blowouts. I would expect to, and this is his first season, y'all. And this is me setting the bar really low just so that there won't be unreasonable expectations. I would expect to see Bub Carrington. Chef NYK is in the building. Salute. I would expect to see him in about 65 games. I could expect to see him average in the first season about 6-2-2 would be my floor for him. Right? In about maybe 10 minutes. Maybe about 10 minutes a game. And it's not because of him. King Imbert is in the building. And it's not because of Bub, it's because of how the roster is built. Right? Chef NYK says, Bub is nice, but could he be there at 24-25? I think that's the $1 million question. Here's the thing, though. I don't think we can operate in two worlds, right? Like, we can't operate in the world of saying the draft is not a good draft and be nervous that a guy won't be there at 24-25. Right? I was told this draft is not a good draft. And then last night, when I mentioned 7 centers might go between pick number 1 and 24, people agreed. I'm gonna use my trusty, non-trusty website, Tankathon. Tankathon has Bub Carrington going pick number 30 to the Boston Celtics. Tankathon has Bub Carrington going pick 30 to the Boston Celtics. I'm just waiting on something right here, y'all. The computer is moving a little slower. Sorry about that, y'all. Just waiting for. I may have too many things running. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I probably have to wipe this computer, everybody. I'm gonna probably have to wipe this computer and start stuff all over. Give me a split second. Okay, there we are. So Tankathon has Bub Carrington as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th best point guard in this draft. There we are. There we are. There we are, everybody. I'm not for sure what happened there. That was very weird. That was very weird. Probably have to do something with this computer. DSJ is in the building. Yeah, I think I may have a computer issue going on. Ivory 10 says, I think Patrick Williams is better than yeah, bro. We gotta relax, bro. Calm down, everybody. Calm down, everybody. Ivory 10 is in here wilding out. Ivory 10 is in here wilding out. Hey, everybody, I think I might have to shut it down and then shut this computer down and do something to it. I want to continue having the Bub Carrington conversation, though. Well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fix the PC. Clearly, something is going on. I don't think it's internet related. I think something's going on with it. Let me fix. I'm gonna work on this, and then I'm gonna try to jump back on. This may take a few hours to clean and get back right. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I hate to do it on Mondays, but I'm gonna try to target 9 p.m. as a return time and see if I can get this computer fixed. Yeah, I don't like the vibe on this right now. I'm gonna try to get back on at 9. I'm having a computer issue. I definitely have to do something. So I'm gonna bounce, but then I'm gonna try to be back around 8:39, and we can continue having the Bub Carrington conversation. Thank y'all for being patient with me, man. Salute everybody.